Welcome, everybody, to Doc and Queenie Facebook Live at
High noon.
Happy Monday, Queenie.
Oh, you just love making me do that, don't you, Doc?
Yes, I do.
Oh my gosh. It is so awesome to be here, honestly. And I think in terms of some of the leaves are falling off my trees. It's getting a little bit cooler at night now, not today in Kansas City, but a little bit cooler at night and all this stuff. And you can see the seasons changing and school buses all around the neighborhoods. And it's just a cool time.
Yes. You know what we call the school buses?
What?
Twinkies.
Twinkies? Yeah, they kind of look like Twinkies. Okay, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
they kind of look like Twinkies, actually. That shape is very specific, but it really is super cool. And kids are excited, and Friday night football is happening, and it's just an exciting time to be around. And hello, does anybody know that the Kansas City Chiefs have played 3 preseason games now?
Yeah. And they beat the Packers. I know it was preseason, but they beat the Packers. Yay.
Yeah, is correct. And so it really is. It's just a very fun, exciting, awesome time to not only be a live hello, but definitely to be part of Doc and Queenie community and all the different networking groups that we're all involved in. And I would like to personally say right this second, I have been stalking you, Dr. Laura. And I follow you on Instagram, certainly LinkedIn, definitely YouTube, and totally Facebook. And you, my friend, are one busy lady. And to be able to see your progress on your greenhouse is phenomenal. And you are a workhorse times a million.
I never stop, Queenie. I'm kind of like you. We're very common in that way. I have to admit, I stalk you too.
Yeah.
Not as much because I am busy, but I know where to stalk you if I need to find you.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I have had so much fun with all the videos and all the trainings and all the YouTubes and all the Zoom stuff that's going on. And it is just, Zoom is rocking my world from all the different opportunities there are for expanding and growing. And you're creating a webinar, you're creating a PowerPoint, you're creating a whatever you want. And Zoom is just rocking my world. They're doing so great getting new features for us.
Well, and we both are using all of our little platforms and everything, and that's what I love about. I put on my little post today about we've got a new way of doing things, and it's sharing. I mean, we always share information, but it's sharing what we know, especially what we've learned in the past 2 to 3 years on these social platforms and Zooms and YouTubes and Instagram and blah blah blah. But it's always great to share and help people out, because you and I are very much alike in that we're entrenched in what we do. I mean, we don't just, well, you say push a button. We do push a button, but we go a little further than just pushing a button. It's the follow through, it's the consistency, and that's how you learn, and that's how you can expand your reach. And like you said, you're stalking me. Yeah, I'm into a lot of things right now. And I'm in my week of getting ready to post my newsletter, which is free on my website, and you can sign up for that if you haven't already. And I'm also going to post on LinkedIn. I am trying the LinkedIn newsletter piece, which will expand my reach. I'm sorry, my dog is throwing her bone behind me right now, so you will hear this.
She wants to
Yeah.
play.
I gave her hi noon. Hello, Karen. I gave her a bone that she will not eat. So she throws it around. And there you go. Stop it.
Yeah, always, always, always. And of course, it's timing. That's the part that always is such a
Yes.
crack up to me.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm not paying attention.
yeah.
So,
Oh my gosh, I think that's hysterical. Yeah,
so
for
yes.
sure.
So, yeah, I was going to say, and let's see, what's new with me? The greenhouse, we're still putting the base plate down, or the concrete blocks down. And since I am a perfectionist, or try to be, I know I'm not perfect. I'm trying.
Well, but your
I'm about,
products are perfect. I have seen that. Your products are perfect.
I
When
try.
when you do a garden box, perfection. That big steel one that you made, holy moly. And the small ones, the small plant that you made. Once again, holy moly, with the miter boxes and everything that you do. So the perfection part is in the result with your products.
Yeah, and it takes me time. I mean, well, you know me pretty well. I've told you about like my videos. I wish I could just do a video. Well, let's talk about that for a second.
Okay.
The perfection thing and having to get it right. I was telling you the other day, as a matter of fact, I had a link to one of my YouTube videos, which was about planting. No, I take that back. It's not that one. I've got two of them going on that are highly visible right now. And one was, what can we plant right now in the season? And I looked at it and wasn't happy with the way I posted it. But I decided not to touch it because I had the highest number of people viewing it that I've ever had, which goes to prove, like what you've said, just post it, get it out there. People don't care if the background looks fabulous or not, because I did it the Instagram way. I'm so conditioned to my Instagram reels that I did a vertical video instead of a horizontal. And I didn't like the black lines next to my video. So I was going to redo it and change it. And I looked at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's over 40 people that wanted this information. So I better not change it.
Now, that is a perfect example of what we have talked about here from a standpoint of just do it. But look what happens if you hadn't. The people that you reached maybe wouldn't have found you if you had posted something different. That's a beautiful message and certainly a great reminder.
Oh, you would have laughed because when I realized like I didn't do my, and this was my thought, I didn't do my video correctly. I'm going to have to refilm the whole thing. Or I was looking into how can I actually learned a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube actually on how to, if you don't like the lines behind, next to your video, different ways to make it look better. And so I was looking through all of that. There were different app choices. There were different ways to do it on Canva. I mean, so now I know how to do that if that's what I want to do. But I was just like overwhelmed with like, oh my gosh, this is going to take me forever to fix this. And then I looked at my YouTube channel. I'm like, I don't need to change it.
So that really is, honestly, I am so proud of you for that too, because, and just like anyone joining us today on Doc and Queenie, certainly thank you for being here live or definitely on the replay. When we tell you what we have experienced, for me, that means in my case, anyone can do it. But the bigger thing is when we try to do something and it doesn't work or doesn't work the way we expected it to, then punt and pivot. And it's not just the COVID stuff and the pandemic stuff. It's a punt and pivot on your business, on your everything. To be a solopreneur ain't for the faint of heart. And to be an entrepreneur at all, even if you're in a team or an organization that is doing the same thing as you, oh my gosh. And there are winners and succeeders, and there are not yet need to try again, folks. Wherever you fall in that category, in that parameter, it's just not for the faint of heart. And you are just like with how you've taught us with the Instagram reels and the national days of, and all the gardening pieces that you do. If you had not taught us about all of that, then somebody would try to grow this and quit. And what you say is, what do you talk about? The soil, the sunshine, the weather is certainly nothing that we can control. At least I can't. And then the watering, et cetera, and the harvesting time, you can learn everything possible, but until you do it, it's not going to happen. You've been beautiful to teach us that.
One of my hashtags, know it to grow it. You have to know, like anything, really, that can apply to anything. Like what you're teaching with YouTube and the little caveats with YouTube and posting parties. If you don't know it, you can't post properly. If you don't know it, you can't do the YouTube properly. And it's like we've talked about. And I was just thinking about this gal that I follow on, I've got her on YouTube. I'm trying to think where else I've seen her. But anyways, I was watching one of her YouTubes the other day. She's very successful. She's in the travel industry. And she also goes on YouTube and has little tips and tricks and that kind of thing. And I was listening to her the other day, and she was talking about she's always been a travel agent, but she and her husband decided to give up their corporate jobs and be entrepreneurs 100%. And they did this back in 2008, 2 weeks before the market crashed. They had invested in a cleaning company, and it crashed. They lost a whole bunch of employees. I mean, they were set up, ready to go, blah, blah, blah. She talked about consistency, and actually a year later, they became the number 5 cleaning company in the nation. And they were number 1 in Texas, where they were at for their type of format or whatever they did. But she talked about consistency. She kept plugging away. She even had a baby and had that bassinet in her office because one of the employees quit or whatever happened, and was still making phone calls and, doing what she needed to do for her business. Bless you. And, but it was that consistency piece. And she made a comment. I wrote it down. Of course, I can't remember, but she made a comment. I think I had told you that the other day about, where art thou? Basically, it says, the habits that we form and the consistency that we're doing is found in successful people. They don't give up, and they're consistent with the basics and the foundational pieces, no matter what the situation. Punt or pivot.
Doc, what makes people quit?
I think it's expectation. I think that's a big piece.
Okay. Because
it's hard.
I personally don't choose to give up on my something. If I focus on whatever it is, I don't choose to quit. I want to see how it's going to turn out. I mean, I want to see the people I'm going to meet, the folks that join me, lock arms and do it together. I don't want to stop.
Well, and I also believe, and I think I'm taking a guess, I think you believe the same way, is if it's meant to be, God's going to bless it, or he might shift it a little bit. If we truly are in a business that, rocks our boat and we love, regardless of the outcome, financial outcome, to me, that's just a tiny little piece. It's a tiny little piece. You grow as an entrepreneur because there's so many pieces that are challenging, that it all fits together. And like you're saying, it's meeting people. You're doing your own marketing, you're doing your own sales, you're doing your own, whatever, generally. And if you can advance to where you can hire somebody, hats off to you. That's even better, because then that takes something off your plate. But it's constant change. It's constant consistency of those foundations. And eventually, I don't know, successful people never get up. There's never the word failure. Failure is if you just quit and walk away. And a lot of times you see people do that, and then they have a really bad attitude on top of it. So successful people look at failure as a learning opportunity.
If something didn't work out, in my opinion, then it wasn't meant to be. Because I always say, I even put this in one of the courses I wrote recently, if it's meant to be, you can't stop it. And if it's not meant to be, you can't force it. And I always find that when I'm driving my own bus, because by golly, I'm going to get to the destination, bam, bam, bam. And all of a sudden there's roadblocks and bashes and not so good and things that hurdles, challenges. And it's not to say we don't have challenges in life, but if there's just bam, 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 constantly bashing on me and it's not flowing, then I really do step back and take a look. Did I want this because of me? Or did I want this for the good of more and more and more and more people? And so all of a sudden I think of, let me try this, and boom, this works out beautifully. And it just kind of flows like you would think it would be meant to. And then I know, all right, then I'm supposed to be here. And so those are the things for me. If it's meant to be, you can't stop it. And if it's not meant to be, you can't force it. And I really do. I try to live that way in my brain. Step back. What are you trying to do by yourself, Catherine? And realizing for the common good, for bigger amounts of people, do it a different way. Did you freeze? There we go. Okay, good.
I was going to say, I lost you for a second. Another
Yes.
piece that I was thinking about too, which I see a lot, our culture is go, 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 push, 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 success. It's a financial go, 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 that kind of thing. There are a lot of people that get burned out too. And when do they, where's the self-care or taking a break? Or it's okay to take a break. It's okay to go on vacation. It's okay. How many people do you see that are on vacation and they don't really take a vacation? They make it a working vacation. And they just they never settle down. They never, and I think that ties into the expectation piece. But
I do too, for sure. I do too, for sure. Karen Hagens, who is on with us live right now, she always posts such cool things that she does over the weekends. I stalk you too, Karen, by the way. And so I really, when she posts things and pictures of this and something of that, it's not only fun to see where she goes on her cool trips, and I know she's got a trip planned soon. But she did the dream party the other night, and that was super fun. Johnson County Arts and Heritage Center. And so she participates in, I'm trying to think what this picture, McQuarried is what she called it. And so all of a sudden she's with Mickey the Cotton Candy Man, and it looks like she did a very cool self-portrait situation. She's always posting pictures of her dogs. It's so fun to be able to see all the things that Karen does, because she's very eclectic and she's very effervescent. And that's the part that, from a standpoint of keep moving forward, always do this, always share with other people, always make the best of every opportunity. And by the way, Karen, your picture of you and Mickey together is adorable. But it's back to that same drill. Are we going to stagnate, or are we going to grow? And that's the piece that certainly in the Doc and Queenie community, I think that we have been able to hopefully keep everyone upbeat and motivated to go, 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 go as much as you can, because we only get one shot at this amazing life.
Right. And I think one piece in keeping everybody non-stagnant is to mention our National Day of.
Oh my gosh. National Lemon Day. Is that what that is, Doc?
Lemon juice, I do believe. It was really slim pickings. I'm kind of disappointed today, but yeah. So it's National Lemon Juice Day. I love lemon. How about you, Queenie?
I do too. I do a lot. Yes. And sometimes I have actually squeezed lemons and put the lemon juice in ice trays if I don't need it or whatever at the time. And then I've got lemon juice ready to go if I have needed it for something. Now, the caveat to that is don't forget to cover it in plastic of some kind, Tupperware or whatever you do for security, because I don't know why or how ice cubes shrink. And so I think that's a fascinating, weird kind of thing, but they just do. And so once you freeze them, either take them out of the tray and put them in a plastic Ziploc, or put plastic over the ice tray and you have less shrinkage. Who knew? I learned things the hard way, Dr. Laura.
Well, I do too, Queenie. And your nutritional note, you can use a tablespoon or two in some water to start your day, and that will flush out your liver. But you also have to be careful because it is an acid and it can take the enamel off your teeth. So it's, of course, everything in moderation.
Yeah, that's a good point. Moderation's good.
But I love lemons. And I actually am going to try, once the greenhouse is together and I've got everything figured out, I'm going to try and grow a lemon tree. We'll see. So a miniature.
That's quite an undertaking. I would love to see that, actually, because yes, I am a lemon fanatic.
I would really love to see that too.
Yeah, I use it for everything. Yeah.
Yes, we will see. So yes, Karen was out of her comfort zone this weekend, but that's great because she hunts and pivoted, and
great.
It's always fun to see everything. Like you said, I stalk her too, and I love looking at her doggy pictures and what she's going happening. And so,
are there other national days of, or shall we get to our dynamic wheel?
Let's get to our wheel. The national days of are kind of. Yeah.
How come the national days of on Mondays are so?
I don't know. You know, chop suey was the other one.
Oh, that is actually funny. Yeah, that is actually.
I can say my memories of chop suey. My mother used to buy what is the Sun King or whatever that brand is from the can, and that would be a dinner meal.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
That is funny. Yeah. Dr. Laura, the other day you suggested that we add Clip Champ to the wheel. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Clip Champ. Okay. I couldn't remember the name and I wanted to make sure I got it right. All right, my friends, here we go. What will we learn today? Wait till it stops all the way because we got tons of stuff on our wheel now. Are you kidding me? Okay. It must have heard me talking. Is that the funniest thing ever? All right. Well, you are on your own, my friend, because I do not know what Clip Champ is.
You can't help me at all, Queenie, huh?
I can't help you at all.
Well, Clip Champ it can be, it's a PC app, basically, or a PC editor. It's a video editor. I've got it on my PC. Yes, chicken a la king. Yep. Here you
Is that what chop suey is?
No, it's chop suey is different, but I was just looking at chicken a la king is good too.
Okay, yeah.
Clipchamp. So it's a video editor. I like it because it gives you quite a bit of options on video editing. And what does that mean? You can, if you go to my YouTube channel and subscribe.
Oh, wow. Plug alert.
Yeah. I was going to say the more recent ones, there's a garlic one, how to plant garlic, and then it's not too late to plant. Those two actually, I use the Clipchamp for my videos. And what it does, it allows me to put my videos together with captions. I do a lot of my intro stuff on Canva, and then I pop it into the Clipchamp, and that becomes part of the video. It has a whole bunch of different things. Yes, Mara, it's not too late to plant, really. Yes, depending on where you live, but we're running out of time. We've got about 50 days, and I'm guessing you probably have about 50 days, maybe. And we can talk about that sometime. But yeah, it gives you options. It gives you music. It gives you captions. It gives you transitions between. When I do a video, it's done in different pieces. So it allows you to cut up the video into chunks. It allows you to transition from one place to another, whether it's. I do have a fee, and I'm trying to think of what it was. It was fairly reasonable. I want to say $10 a month. I'm trying to remember what I pay. I've got several different things going on, but it's very nominal. And I did not do the professional grade, and that actually just adds more like they have storage space, those kinds of things. It gives you a higher amount of storage space. It also gives you a longer video, but as a personal use video, I can do videos that last 30 minutes. And I've got everything I need. It's a very easy to use video editor, and you can go to YouTube. You can also use their own platform for help in the little caveats. So, but I love.
I don't want to add more things to your plate to do, but do you have a link to a video that you have created with Clipchamp that you could post in the comment section when we're off this call? And that way, the reason I'm asking is you'd be able to obviously hashtag Clipchamp, but if it's under this video thread on our Doc and Queenie Facebook page, that way the people could see who or how it looks from a standpoint of you Clipchamped, then you Canva'd, then you YouTube, then you Facebook Live, then you Clipchamped again for the ending. And then we could actually see what that looks like if you have a YouTube already done like that.
I can do that. Yes. But it just, it offers another option. My line of business is both of us with education, of course. And I'm going in the direction of ebooks and videos and master classes. And the video piece is a huge piece to what I'm teaching. And it's of course, it's just right up my alley, kind of like the Instagram Reels. So it's that creative part.
And it definitely is. And the way that you have done the creativity, and just like the other day when you did that one that you said wasn't perfect and you got so many hits off of it. I remember every single time you do a training class on Instagram, and all of a sudden the very first thing you always tell us is, my first Instagram reel was a piece of lettuce, and you mentioned how many hits you got. That's the piece right there, my friends. For those of you, again, watching us live, we thank you for being here. And certainly on the replay, it's back to that same drill. Just do it. Think of something. I know Mara's on TikTok and she's doing fantastic with her
She's doing
promotion.
phenomenal.
Oh my
Yes.
God. And all of a sudden you start with this many followers on TikTok. The next thing you know, people are following you for your company, and the collagen queen and her fabulous tiara and all the things that she's known for. It's back to that same drill. Just do it. And
she's fun to watch. She's got a lot of creativity, just fun to watch. Yes. And like you say, just do it for sure. Yes.
It has to happen. And once again, if there's a fear or a yikes or a something, go to YouTube and type in, how do I this or how do I that? And so far, I'm just telling you, YouTube has not let me down yet. And I really mean it. I follow different trainers, certainly. And then I see the latest something and I see all of these different pieces. And then I don't do TikTok. I don't do Instagram. I don't do Alignable. I don't do LinkedIn. I don't do posting parties. I don't do whatever it is. And I'm always like, oh my gosh. And I try. In fact, I don't think I ever have said I don't do something unless I add yet to it. And so just like Champ, I don't do Clip Champ yet. But now that you have shown us, taught us, told us how to do it and what the end result, it's the coolest thing ever, because now guess what? What would happen if I said I don't do YouTube, or I don't do Zoom, or I don't do StreamYard? I mean, what would happen if I said any of those things, and the trainings wouldn't have happened, the posting parties wouldn't have happened, the networking online virtual wouldn't have happened, my PQ book wouldn't have happened? What would happen if we decided we're not going to do whatever it is? We wouldn't have met the cool people that we know now.
Well, and I have to share this with you, Instagram Reel, and it's another crack up. It's like the piece of lettuce. My one of my videos, my last video I posted, I think it was on Friday. I wish they would put the dates on there. They're little. They have a chart. They have a bar chart, and it's very hard to figure out, like, was this day, But it is my son. My son was helping me dig up the tree roots underneath where the greenhouse is going to go. 9,836 people opened the reel.
That is applause worthy, my friend.
Isn't that incredible? And if you look at it, it's nothing, it's special because it's my son, but it's just a very simple, I was out there, I'm like, okay, hold still. My kids are like, oh, here she goes again.
I'm sweating and dripping and working, and you want to take my video. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I bet they love that. Yeah.
So no, you know what they love the most is when I'm trying to figure out the music for the reel and it plays over and over and over and over and over again. They're just like, would you just pick something? So
yeah, I bet that is a fun time at the Christine household.
So, but yeah, it's like you say, just pick a button or push a button. Like what Mara is saying, you meet lots of, it's great. The networking, you meet lots of people. We learn we're learning from each other. It's all about connection. I mean, we hashtag that all the time, but it really is networking, connection, friendships. It's what it's all about. Serving others. I mean, that's another thing. That's the expectation, throw that off to the side, serve others, share information, and your business will grow. Your exposure, your reach will grow.
What would happen if anybody put in the Doc and Queenie Facebook group page, even under this video, certainly, but what would happen if they said something like, have you ever this or have you ever that? And all of a sudden people in the community said, oh yeah, I tried that once and I this and I something and I that. And now all I have to do is boom, and it's there. And so please share what you have learned or what you're able to teach now, because I do think you're right, Doc. That's where we all grow, by learning from each other.
Well, and over the years, I can say over the years, remember that one time we were talking about different foods from different areas, and we had one of our faithful friends, Jody Giroux,
Yeah.
from the great state of Wisconsin, the dairy state, send us cheese. I mean, we got chocolate cheese, and then we
Yes.
got like a garlic herb, kind of a savory, but it was just, and then we sent her povatitsa bread, and we both filmed it on either side. That was a connection, and it was fun too. We had a blast watching her go, what in the world is this
What
stuff?
did she call it? Povitica? I think she called it
Yes,
Povitica.
Povitica. Yeah.
Because phonetically that's how it looks, but it's Povatitsa.
Yep.
Yeah, that is very, very awesome. And Jody is from Menomonie, Wisconsin. And once again, random how people meet. We got to meet her at CWIN, which is the Christian Women Entrepreneur Network. And then all of a sudden we said, Doc and Queenie, would you like to be on Doc and Queenie Guest Live? What's the coolest thing about Menomonie, Wisconsin? Oh my gosh, Wisconsin and the cheese, and chocolate cheese is our favorite thing. And we're both like, what is chocolate cheese?
Yeah.
And I really thought it was going to be gaggy. I can do cheese. I actually, unfortunately, love it. So I can't
Well, you
buy
were
it.
thinking sweet, weren't you? You
Oh
were
my
thinking
gosh.
sweet.
And I was thinking like syrupy.
And I'm going,
I thought,
chocolate.
yeah. And I'm just like, ew. And it really was. Now, I couldn't eat certainly much of it, but just to taste it, it was not as killer as I thought from a negative standpoint. But that garlic stuff, I probably could have eaten the whole thing if you didn't pry it out of my little paws. But
I had to rip it out of her hands. She was just out of control on the garlic.
Yes, absolutely. And so I do think, honestly, when you think of the faithful friends on purpose and the cool people we get to meet, Mara's in Massachusetts. I mean, seriously. And a lot of our faithful friends on purpose. We've got friends in Missouri, certainly, and California, actually, and Nevada. And it's so cool to see how everybody comes together on these screens. And I really do love that piece of our Doc and Queenie family growing nationally, certainly internationally. And I'm thrilled, Doc, for the reach that you're getting on Instagram, because doesn't Instagram, they have an analytics section that lets you see how many people are international for you?
Yeah, actually, let me see if I can find that piece to it. But yeah, it's funny. It's funny, some of the countries too. Well, here we go. Account insights, they say.
Oh, insight. Okay.
I've reached 40.3 thousand accounts.
Oh my gosh.
My followers are up since the last time we talked. I think we talked last week. I'm up 28 people.
Oh wow.
So that's in 1 week.
Yeah.
Let's see here if I can figure out how to get to the other thing. Videos, live posts. Oh, there we go. I never know where to go because I don't look at it that much. I mean, I look at how far the reach is, but I don't get real detailed. But top locations: Olathe, Overland Park, and these are both in Kansas. If you don't know, I don't know where Logos is. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a tropical island somewhere. Gardner and ABA. I'm not sure where ABA, and we're not talking, the American Business Association or whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
The age range is 8% is 18 to 24, 20% is 25 to 34, 18% is 35 to 44, 16% is 45 to 54, 22% is 55 to 64, and then 12% is over 65. So my majority is 35 to 44 and 55 to 64, which is kind of fun to see that it's spreading out, that my zaniness is, 67% women, 32% men watch it. And let's see, today is Monday, so it even tells you the most active times for people. I will be posting a reel. I'm like, what am I talking about? I will be posting a reel here. Best times is between noon and 3. I will be posting a reel here after we're done with Doc and Queenie. And it basically is, the reel is basically, at church yesterday, we had a potluck, and I walked around and was taking pictures of the food.
Yeah.
It's nothing, but it's like Mara with the, just different things. It's just keep putting yourself in front of people. Hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm here. She's the collagen queen. I'm the garden doc 7.
Absolutely.
It's that
Yes.
kind of thing. So
Yes. Karen is who we want to be when we grow up. That's for sure. As far as all of her travels and all of her locations.
yes, I like to travel, Karen. Yes, I'll come
Yeah.
with you if you need some
Yeah.
help. Because
Yes,
Queenie won't
Karen
be
will talk with you.
Yeah,
All I
I
need
will
is
be your co-pilot.
Wi-Fi, a coffee maker, and a Kangen water machine, and I
Yeah.
can go
I'm really
anywhere.
good at passing you your drink as you're driving.
Yeah. See, everything works out great. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. I seriously do. I seriously
So,
do. And Karen would go with you in a heartbeat, Doc. So
okay.
uh,
Well, yeah, she said, "Hey, let's." Yeah, she just said, "Hey, let's go." I was just about to
let,
say, she said, "Let's go." Oh my
let's do
gosh! I
it.
first have to get my greenhouse finished.
Yeah, seriously, you're not allowed out of the backyard till you get that done. We
No, and
can't
my
wait to
my
see
goal for
the
that is October 1st. So hopefully we will
Oh
have the
wow,
structure. So
beautiful.
my husband is more of the I would say he's the construction engineer. I'm the non-paid labor.
Yeah.
And which I enjoy, I mean that's my thing anyways. And we were actually talking about the windows and how those were going to go in, and how we're going to insulate and that kind of thing. And so it's coming together. I'm really super excited, so it's going to be fun.
Well, I do
So
have a little
so
aside. I just now this second checked the weather just because that's my thing, and it's 87 right now. Feels like 94. So we have a wee
well,
bit of humidity going on right before we go to our storms tonight. So
yes, and I actually today for me is a writing day because like I was talking before, I've got a newsletter that's got to get out. I'm almost there, and I'm also working on a garlic master class actually, but a garlic video and then a master class I'm working on. So, but
well, at
yeah,
least no grass is growing under your feet. Pardon the triple entendre.
yeah, no pun intended. Yeah, no, but yeah, tomorrow possibly. It's great for the rain because I'm leveling the floor of the greenhouse, which is a pain in the where. And with the rain, it softens up the clay,
Ah,
so I can
okay.
actually make it more level. So this will be great. Tomorrow I will be out there, maybe possibly tomorrow, maybe more than likely Wednesday to get it leveled, and hopefully we'll get a few more walls up. So
That's beautiful. I love that so much.
so anyways, Jess, and I see Mara is getting customers entered into a raffle to win a free all-inclusive trip to Punta Cana. I'm gonna have to think about that.
There you go. I guess Doc's going to Punta Cana. Something tells me.
Yeah, I could bribe her.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
So, well, guess what, Queenie? Your time is up again. It always flies.
It happens so fast. It is so fun. I love having the wheel added to our repertoire, if you will. And I seriously think it is so cool. Like I say, the clip section, the clip champ part, I did not know. And so I definitely appreciate you sharing that. And please, again, if you have time, Doc, put a clip champ example in the comment section of this video so everyone can see what it looks like when you do a clip champ. So congratulations again on your incredible creativity. And I guess it's time for you to take us home.
I was going to ask, do you have anything else to add before I take us home?
I think this is great. I can't wait for Mondays. So this is my favorite day of the week.
Queenie's favorite is Monday, mine is Friday. Total opposites.
Yes.
All right. Well, yes. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Karen and Mara, for joining us. And everybody that's catching us on the replay. We are Doc and Queenie Facebook Live at
high noon.
You can reach Kathy Weaver, aka Queenie, at kathyweaverkc.com. And then she's Kathy Weaver KC all over social media. I'm not going to go through the list because it's phenomenally long. No offense, Queenie, but just wherever you're at, she's there. And I am Laura Christine, aka Doc, and I am kitchengardenexpert.com. And likewise, still Karen's waiting on the coffee. It's Catching Queenie for coffee.
That's what I was going to say. As soon as we get the greenhouse built October 1, let's do it. Yeah.
And Mary, if you fly in, the four of us will go for coffee at the very least. Yeah. So anyways, thank you everyone for joining us today. And we hope you have a blessed and wonderful week. And we will catch you right back here next Monday at
Hi, Nan.
just making sure she's paying attention. And I like to do that. Take care, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you, Queenie.
Thank you, Doc. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.